Shabbat Shalom, Temple Israel of Greater Miami. I hope that this message finds you all in good health. And as we continue to move through the month of Elul, of introspection and preparation of the high holidays, I wanted to let you know that I've been doing some deep diving into myself as well. And I wanted to see if this resonates with any of you. I was always under the belief that everything in this world happens for a reason. And recently I've been struggling with that. And I don't think it's because my thought process on that has changed. I think it's because I can't figure out the reason why certain things are happening. So I started to think that maybe everything happens for a reason still, but that we aren't supposed to know necessarily what that reason is. Or that how it is playing out may be a reason that we can't yet see, and that we're supposed to go through this journey to better understand the process. Lastly, I feel like maybe this is also a lesson in perseverance and persistence, that sometimes we have to continue not knowing why things are happening and yet just still stay with it and stick with it. I also was thinking that maybe the reason that everything's happening is clear, and that I just don't want it to be that reason. For all of us, I think about when somebody gets sick or when something happens and it's clear that they no longer should be suffering or they no longer should be struggling, and that's not the answer we want. And so we are quick to say, or I am quick to say, well, then maybe it isn't the reason that it's happening. It would make more sense. It would feel better. And yet God is the only one that truly understands why everything happens the way that it does. So as we come into this difficult Torah portion, as we come into this time that asks us and reminds us that we're about to go on our own into this land that we don't know very much about, let us come into the high holidays, a year that we do not know very much about, in front of us with an election, with a pandemic, with people's health and safety at risk, just as they always have been. Let us be reminded that although I do believe everything happens for a reason, whether you do or don't, in my understanding of that, the reason may never be clear. And if it is clear and I don't like the reason, it may still be happening because it's supposed to be this way. As we go into Shabbat, may what happens to us be something that we are able to grab hold of and to take some control over, so that we don't feel as powerless as it sometimes feels. And as we approach Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, may we continue to be reminded that no matter what the struggle is, no matter what we're facing, no matter if we can see why things are happening or why they aren't, that we aren't in this alone. Not only do you have Temple Israel, our congregation, our clergy and staff, but we always have God, and that is a very real resource that we can tap into. I pray that this Shabbat is one of comfort and one of rejuvenation as we join each other yet another time on the screen and not in person to celebrate Shabbat, a time of renewal. Shabbat Shalom.